Hey guys, All Elite Wrestling's All Out pay-per-view happened this past Saturday. Let's check it out. It was, I believe, the third pay-per-view, maybe the fourth one for AEW. I'm pretty sure it's the fourth one. So yeah, let's break it down match by match to see how it was. First match on the card was the Women's Casino Battle Royal. This was basically determined who would be the first entrant into the AEW's Women's Championship match. In the end, it was Nyla Rose who got the win. She eliminated Baker to win, and she earned a spot in the women's title match. Featured Awesome Kong, Britt Priestley, Mercedes Martinez. To me, this is just a way to showcase the women's division that AEW has, and we're also setting up a future AEW Women's Championship match later on down the line. After that, we had Private Party versus Jack Evans and Angelico. Private Party won the match, and it was pretty solid. I enjoyed it. It was Evans and Angelico seemingly turned heel, though. After the match, they attacked Private Party. It's just to, in my opinion, just like kind of flesh out the tag team division, get your faces, get your heels, and there seem to be like a lot of faces, I guess, at the current moment for the AEW's tag team division. So having Evans and Angelico turn heel makes sense to me. After that, we had SoCal Uncensored versus Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Marco Stunt. This was a fun match. Really showcased all the talent the wrestlers involved had. In the end, though, it was a SCU who got the win, but Luchasaurus had a good showing. He received the hot tag and just proceeded to clean house. But as I said, SCU got the win. They won after hitting the best meltzer ever. After that, we had the Cracker Barrel Clash. It was a fun one. If you're a fan of the Attitude Era, hardcore wrestling, this match was for you. It was Darby Allin versus Joey Janela versus Jimmy Havoc. Havoc actually started the match with a staple gun and ended up using it on himself. Very weird spot. But then Allen was pretty much throwing caution to win this entire match. He did a coffin drop onto a barrel into steel steps. That looked very, very painful. And then, after the end, it was Jimmy Havoc was able to get the win with an Acid Rainmaker through a barrel. Very fun match. I loved it. As I said, I like the hardcore wrestling, the Attitude Era, ECWS type of wrestling. This was it. It was brutal, violent, fun to watch, kept me entertained. After that, we had Kenny Omega versus Pac. And originally, it was supposed to be Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley. Moxley had to pull out due to MRSA, so they ended up getting Pac as like a last-minute replacement. But it did not hurt the match. Overall, this was fantastic. One of the best matches on the card. Might be the best pure wrestling match of the night. A lot of cool spots. Omega and Pac really had very good chemistry. Who knew at this point that they had good chemistry? Pac was in control early, but Omega would mount a comeback. Looked like he was going to win. Had Pac up for the one-wing angel. Pac was able to counter that into a brutalizer, I believe. But Omega, he just took too much damage from Pac early in the bout. Could not finish. He passed out, so the referee called for the bell and awarded the match to Pac, as Omega could not continue a fun match. I could see this being like a stopgap placeholder rivalry for Omega until Jon Moxley returns from his MRSA. After that, we had the Best Friends versus the Dark Order. The stipulation here was that the winner got a bye in the first round of the tag team tournaments. That was a solid tag team match. Dark Order was in control early, but Chuck Taylor was able to get a hot tag, swung the momentum around. They were pretty much able to hold off the Dark Order goons, but eventually the goons, or the minions, or whatever you want to call them, they played a huge factor. The Best Friends could not overcome it. Dark Order got the win, but I think they hit Trent Beretta with a fatality. But after that, it looked like they were going to pull off more post-match antics, perhaps put another beatdown on the Best Friends, but it was Orange Cassidy who made the save. And again, this was just mainly a way to flush out the tag team division, get your faces, get your heels, get everybody set up for that tag team tournament. After that, we had Rijo and Hikaru Shida. The winner earns the second spot in the AEW Women's Championship match. And this was a pretty good match. Both women seemed to be going all out, pardon the pun, but it was a very entertaining match. Shida was just wearing down Rijo to start the match. But in the end, it was Rijo who got the win. She actually pulled out a crucifix pin on Cheetah, got the win, and after that, Nyla Rose came out and they had a stare down, setting up the AEW Women's Championship match. After that, we had Cody with MJF versus Shawn Spears with Tully Blanchard. This match had a pretty good story heading into it. Cody was blasted in the head by Shawn Spears at the last pay-per-view. That set up this match. And I thought this might be a way of AEW trying to make Shawn Spears a major heel on the roster. But did that happen? Let's break it down. Cody and Spears were fighting in the crowd after the bell rang, and Spears was really benefiting from Tully Blanchard. Tully was seemingly keeping Spears in the match the entire time. Did not matter though, as Arn Anderson made an appearance, kind of even out the odds. hit the trademark double-A spine buster on Shawn Spears. Eventually Cody Rhodes hits a disaster kick onto a steel chair, I believe, onto Spears, and then hits Spears with the crossroads for the win. Kind of shocked that Spears did not get the win here. I thought, again, if Spears got the win, he'd be like legitimized as a legit heel for the AEW roster. Did not happen. Very shocked. But with the Arn Anderson interference, there is room for this rivalry to continue, so we'll have to see where it goes from here. After that, we had the AAA Tag Team Championship ladder match. Lucha Brothers taking on the Young Bucks. And in my opinion, this was my favorite match. Best match of the night. Both teams had their foot on the gas from the very beginning of this battle, and they did not let up at all. Lots of crazy spots. Ladders and tables were on full display. Crowd loved it. I loved it. It was nuts just watching this match. A lot of cool high-risk spots, but in the end, it was the Lucha Brothers who grabbed the belts. They are the AAA Tag Team Champions, but that's not all. Who comes out and attacks the Lucha Brothers? None other than LAX. They are apparently on the AEW roster. That is a huge, huge, big-time get for AEW to get LAX. And yeah, so LAX might be on the AEW roster full-time now. That is phenomenal, and the AEW Tag Team Division just might be arguably the best tag team division in pro wrestling on the entire planet. The addition of LAX definitely makes that a tough case to argue against. After that ladder match, we had the AEW World Championship match. Chris Jericho versus Adam Hangman Page. This was, for the most part, a good match. A nice main event. Jericho and Page had some solid in-ring chemistry. Were clicking really well. Each guy truly looked like they wanted to be the first ever AEW champion in this match. They were hitting each other with their signatures, kept kicking out. But in the end, it was Y2J hit the Judas effect on Hangman Page and pinned him for the win. So Chris Jericho is your new first ever undisputed All Elite Wrestling World Champion. And yeah, I'm fine with that. I know some people were divided. Some people thought it should have been Hangman Page should have got the rub. But in my opinion, going with Jericho, you cannot go wrong. Jericho is an established star, a seasoned veteran. He's going to help bring more popularity, more attention to AEW as soon as and they're getting ready to make their TV debut on TNT in October. And also puts Adam Hangman Page in chase mode. He's going to be chasing the champion. It's going to build up the storyline between them, and it's going to make the win that much more meaningful for Page once he's able to beat Jericho and gain the AEW title. But again, putting the belt on Jericho makes total sense in my opinion, and I liked it. So yeah, that was AEW in a nutshell. Fun pay-per-view to watch, highly recommend. Definitely want to check out the Cracker Barrel Bash, or Cracker Barrel Beatdown, whatever it's called, the ladder match, the main event, the Rijo Cheetah match, Pac, Omega. Definitely check out those matches. AEW All Out, fun show. I highly recommend watching it, and that's all I got for you. If you liked the video, feel free to give a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, check out my website, cincyfanzone.blogspot.com, and give me a follow on Twitter and on Instagram. Both of those are at Cincy Fan Zone. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.